Welcome to Unlocking Organizational Behavior, the podcast that delves into the intricacies of workplace dynamics and management. I'm your host, Dr. Obi Paul Meyer, and today we're exploring Chapter 2 of our journey, Challenges for Managers. To kick things off, let me share a quick story that illustrates the complexities managers face in our ever-globalizing world. Imagine you're the manager of a successful tech company in Silicon Valley. One day, you're informed that your team will be working on a major project with colleagues from your company's new office in Tokyo. Exciting, right? But here's the catch. You've never worked with an international team before, and suddenly, you're thrown into a world of different time zones, cultural norms, and communication styles. As the project progresses, you start noticing misunderstandings and delays. The team in Tokyo prefers a formal approach and values collective decision-making, while your team in California thrives on informal, quick decision-making processes. The project is at risk of failing, and you realize that managing this diverse team requires a new set of skills and understanding. Well, today's episode will guide you through some of the key concepts from Chapter 2, Challenges for Managers. We'll cover globalization, cultural differences, diversity, ethics, and I'll provide practical insights and examples to help you navigate these challenges effectively. Well, first, globalization. Globalization refers to a world where businesses operate beyond national boundaries. It creates a borderless market, but also introduces challenges like understanding different cultural norms and adapting to various social and political changes. For example, the Chinese practice of guanxi emphasizes building networks of mutual trust and favors, which can be quite different from Western business practices. Here's a practical example. In our opening story, the manager faced a common challenge of globalization, managing a team across different cultures. The key to success in such situations is to understand and respect cultural differences, fostering an environment where diverse perspectives are valued. Cultural differences. Gerd Hofstede identified 5 dimensions of cultural differences that are crucial for understanding work-related attitudes. The first, individualism versus collectivism. Individualist cultures prioritize personal goals, while collectivist cultures emphasize group harmony. The second is power distance. High power distance cultures accept hierarchical order, whereas low power distance cultures strive for equality. The third is uncertainty avoidance. Cultures with high uncertainty avoidance prefer structured environments, while those with low uncertainty avoidance are more comfortable with ambiguity. The fourth is masculinity versus femininity. Masculine cultures value competitive and achievement, while feminine cultures prioritize care and quality of life. Now the last was time orientation. Long-term oriented cultures value perseverance and thrift, while short-term oriented cultures focus on tradition and social obligation. Well, here's a practical example. Consider a multinational team where members of the U.S. individualist and Japan collectivist must collaborate. The American team members might push for quick individual contributions, while the Japanese team prefers consensus-driven decisions. Understanding these cultural dimensions can help bridge the gap and improve teamwork. Our next segment talks about diversity in the workplace. Diversity encompasses all forms of individual differences, such as culture, gender, age, and more. It brings numerous benefits, including enhanced creativity and better problem solving, but also presents challenges like communication barriers and potential conflicts. Think about a diverse team working on a marketing campaign. The team's varied perspectives can lead to a more innovative and inclusive campaign. However, differing viewpoints might also cause friction. Effective managers harness the strengths of diversity while addressing its challenges. Well, let's talk about ethics and personal integrity. Ethics, character, and personal integrity are fundamental in organizational behavior. Managers often face ethical decisions such as balancing employee privacy with organizational needs or addressing sexual harassment. Ethical theories, including consequential theory, rule-based theory, and character theory, guide managers in making decisions that are fair and just. Imagine a manager who discovers a team member who has breached confidentiality. Using rule-based theory, the manager would focus on inherent wrongness of the act, emphasizing the importance of upholding ethical standards within the organization. Well, before we wrap up, let's reflect on some questions to deepen your understanding and application of today's concepts. Globalization. Reflect on a time when you worked with people from different cultural backgrounds. How did globalization impact your experience? Cultural sensitivity. Think about a situation where cultural sensitivity was crucial to the success of a project. How did understanding cultural differences contribute to a positive outcome? Diversity. Consider a diverse team you have been a part of. What were the main benefits and challenges? How were they addressed? Let's look at ethics. Recall an ethical dilemma you faced in a professional setting. What were the key issues involved and how did you resolve the situation? Practical application. Well, how can the principles of globalization, cultural differences, diversity, and ethics be applied to improve your current or future professional practice? Well, in conclusion, understanding the challenges of globalization, diversity, and ethics is crucial for effective management in today's dynamic environment. By applying these principles, you can enhance your leadership skills and contribute to a more inclusive and ethical workplace. Before we finish, the development of this podcast episode script was significantly enhanced by contributions from ChatGPT, an AI language model developed by OpenAI. Music by Audio Cafe, and content derived from organizational behavior by Nelson and Quick, published by Games Learning 2020. Thank you for joining me in this episode of Unlocking Organizational Behavior. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a review if you enjoyed our discussion. Until next time, keep exploring and embracing the complexities of organizational behavior. This is your host, Dr. O.B. Paul Byram, signing off. Stay curious and keep learning.